fight for Tommy. We're looking at big honours for Tommy. I'm looking at Tommy winning world titles in the future. And when I get him going proper, because Tommy should be out at least 4 times a year. But greedy promoters, they don't want to pay him what he's worth. Same with Tyson. That's what the delay is here. With Tyson, they won't pay him what he's worth. They want him for nothing. They want to make the money. They want the lion's share and give Tyson the small end. But that ain't going to wash with us. It ain't washing. It's the Fury's way or the highway. We bow down to no one. Because we are the kings of the ring at the minute. Today, we are the kings of the ring. Tyson Fury's the king of the ring. Tommy will come through in going proper because Tommy should be out at least 4 times a year. But greedy promoters, they don't want to pay him what he's worth. Same with Tyson. That's what the delay is here. With Tyson, they won't pay him what he's worth. They want him for nothing. They want to make the money. They want the lion's share and give Tyson the small end. But that ain't going to wash with us. It ain't washing. It's the Fury's way or the highway. We bow down to no one. Because we are the kings of the ring at the minute.
Oh, what's good, family? It's your man, the YB. Back once again. Big shout out to my doggy. Terrence, James, Scales are coming through and scaling up the coin 100%. There's no doubt about it. So, we just heard from your mans, John. Oh, scary ass dude. Letting slip and exposing his own son. Now, I did a video yesterday leaking comments from a Saudi official, or the official Saudi boxing representative leaked what had been going on between Tyson Fury and Usyk. Essentially, Tyson Fury's being greedy. Tyson Fury don't want to fight. He ducking the fight and using finances as the reason. Now, in them leaked comments, there was a few cornballs, a few Tyson Fury, Team Fury cornballs in my comment section saying, the Saudi representative didn't specifically mention Tyson Fury as the problem. How do we know it wasn't Usyk? That was the one that was being greedy. Oops. Yeah, because what do we know about Usyk? We know Usyk, number one, from Team Fury himself. Team Fury himself confirmed Usyk has been signed a month ago, 2 months ago now. That's the first thing. The second thing is, we have never heard no complaints from Team Usyk. No one to this day has heard Usyk saying, we want 60-40 because we've got 3 belts. No one's heard no complaints. We'll split it down the middle. To the contrary, Team Fury. If it's in the UK, it's 60-40. If it's in Saudi, then each fighter will have to individually make their own agreement. AKA, we don't want 50-50. Yeah, anyone who wants 50-50 doesn't need to carry on about, we need to make individual deals. Individual deal is split it down the middle. Oops. Anyway, like I said, a few cornballs. YB, everyone's hating Team Fury. Everyone hating Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, he'll fight anyone for free. He'll fight on the cobbles for free. It's Usyk that's bugging. Usyk was the guy who ducked Joe Joyce. Big facts, but nonetheless, etc, etc. Anyway, that's all been done now. Now we know from Tyson Fury's own pops has let slip and exposed him. Yeah? And you know what, for what it's worth, let's go to the quotes, because the quotes are what we need to see right now. 100%. Here we go. That's what the delay with Tyson, with my son, Tyson's scary. They won't pay him what he's worth. They want him for nothing. They want to make the money. They want the lion's share and to give Tyson the small end. But that ain't gonna wash with us. It's the Fury way or the highway. Now, this bit's laughable. They want to give Tyson the small end. No, they want to give you 50%. And the crazy thing is about them comments, this shows you people how delusional Team Fury are. About this want the small end. The Saudis, do you understand this, Team Fury? The Saudis are paying over the odds for this fight. From what I've heard, it's well over 2 times the amount Fury will make in Wembley. Over 2 times. That's the market rate. The current best offer is from Wembley. Or in the UK, essentially. The Saudis have doubled that. So, even if the Saudis were to make 10 times more, your next best offer is half. Who cares what the Saudis may or may not make? And the crazy thing is, not only are Tyson Fury delusional, they're absolutely err on us as well. They haven't got a clue what they're talking about. About they want to give Tyson Fury the small end. Listen, Team Fury, if you didn't know, the Saudis will lose. I reckon, let's say they end up paying 100 mil. The Saudis will lose 90 million on this fight. They might make 10 million from a few ticket sales and a few bits here and there. They will lose guaranteed 90% of whatever they pay out. This was never about running a business. If you didn't know, if you guys didn't know this already. So for Team Fury to sit there and say to the Saudis, we're the boss. Yeah, you want to give us a small end. It's our way or the highway. The Saudis are sitting there looking at you and saying, where do they get these clowns at? We're paying these clowns X amount of money, of which we're going to lose pretty much all of it. And the guy's talking about how he's being done wrong taking the small end. The only person getting the small end here, by the way, if you didn't know, was the Saudis. The only person who guaranteed to get shafted in the whole Saudi arrangement is the Saudis. Now, as it happens, the Saudis aren't being shafted because it's a transaction, essentially. Big corporations, any corporation selling a product, they have to get that product out to the public. How do they do that? Marketing. Every year, companies spend billions advertising their product. Well, from the Saudis' point of view, these sporting events, they're advertising their culture, they're advertising their country as a top flight country. That's what this is for. It's a marketing budget. It's an expense. Bottom line. They know that. It's never been about, it's never been about making it financially viable. It's been about what's the top 10% of sporting events in the world? How can we get them into our country and boost up our brand? So, if you understood that, you'd know these guys ain't running a business. And therefore, the offer they're giving us is the best offer possible. Yeah? You're never going to get an offer better than someone not trying to run a viable business. And that's why at Wembley, who's running a viable business, or in the UK, Frank Warren has to back it. Bob Arum has to back it. And that's why it's half the money. Yeah? And still, you got these guys out here, these clowns. I gotta say, you gotta be super clownish. Oh, we need to be being done wrong, giving a small share. Listen, the only small share you lot will be getting is if you play yourselves and you go to Wembley. And that's why they're fighting happening, people. Because your man, Team Fury, they're complaining about the double or triple that the Saudis are offering. Meanwhile, the next best thing is half. If you won't fight for double or triple, even if that double or triple is the smaller share, it's nonsensical. Tyson Fury is complaining about a 2 or 3x offer in Saudi. I think, where is he even getting this from? Where are they even getting this small share from? But again, it shows you how delusional a lot of these celebrities are. Tyson Fury thinks this fight's actually worth 500 million. I think that's where he must be coming from. He's thinking, wow, the Saudis have only offered me 80 million. This is a $500 million fight. And we've had this with Wilder before. I remember AJ versus Wilder. 2019 time. AJ offered him 120 million for 2 or 3 fights. Wilder comes out, oh man, you know what, cock-a-doodle-oo. You know what, this is a $500 million fight and y'all trying to play me. Y'all played yourself. In fact, Wilder used the words lowball. Oh man, y'all silly with it. Y'all stop playing. Oh man, you know what, cock-a-doodle-oo, and you know it's lowballing, and I ain't with the lowballing, and Eddie Hearns, he a slave master. That was what they were saying. Oh man, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, they did 500 million. I got 500 million in the bag, and if Mayweather can do 500 million, this is a $400 million fight. No, I kid you not. Wilder was somehow, some way, he took Mayweather Pacquiao and Mayweather McGregor and did some madness with it, and equated that to him versus AJ. And hence, because Mayweather sold 500 million, that means somehow, some way, he's entitled to that. Based on, listen, at that point, in 2019, I think Wilder had one pay-per-view against Old Tees. It did like 200k buys. How can a man with 200k buys be talking about multi-million pay-per-view sale events. But again, these guys aren't thinkers. And I argue even the people around him aren't thinkers. Because look at Shelley Winkle. Shelley Winkle, he's supposed to be number one Shackledon. Yeah, Shackledon's supposed to be smart, but really, Shelley Winkle played himself. They played themselves out of a $100 million bag and ended up fighting Tyson Fury and losing to a pillar fist guy for 10, 15 million. Played themselves. Yeah? And now Team Fury are doing the same thing. Team Fury rock up. Saudis, we want this. We're Team Fury. We're that. We're Big Dog. I'm Big Dog Tyson Fury. I've got my own Netflix documentary. The Saudis are like, whoa. We're trying to do you a lot of favour. What we ain't going to do, we ain't going to be told. Yeah? The Saudis essentially pick a number out of the sky, roughly equating what the value of the fight is to them. Yeah? So, for example, look, if it was a massive fight, of course they're going to offer more. They know the numbers. Oh, sorry. It's not even about, again, they're not running a financial business. They're not sitting there modelling the numbers. They essentially pick a number out of the sky. Okay, if we think AJ and Fury would have been a $200 million fight, we'll call this one 100. That's how they do it. You know what I mean? What would the biggest fight in the world be? Well, if the biggest fight in the world is 200 million, then this Fury and Usyk fight, we'll call it 120. Boom. 60 each. That's how they do these things. They ain't trying to penny pinch. They're very generous. And because Tyson Fury heard 60 million and he was expecting 250, that's where he's getting the, people don't understand. This is why it's so important that you actually understand the business, because clearly Tyson Fury's got it into his head that, this is a $500 million fight, and if I'm only being offered 60, that means that someone else is banking all the rest. Are you joking? Like I said, if the Saudis pay 120 million to Fury and Usyk, they will lose 110 million. Facts. I'll be shocked if the Saudis make 10 million on this fight. Because from what I understand, I think Frank Warren and that still keep the pay-per-views. This is literally a site fee. So the Saudi get the rights to host the fight. It's ridiculous. Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. Do you understand? Meanwhile, DAZN, when AJ went there, they paid for a site fee. DAZN still got the pay-per-views. Sky still got the pay-per-views. Do you understand? That's how ridiculous it is. They're literally paying just for you to host it there. Normally, I'm pretty sure if you go to Wembley, you have to pay Wembley. Look at Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor's had this big ding-dong in Ireland. She wants to host it at Croke Park. And they're telling her, if you want it at Croke Park, it's going to cost you an extra $1 million. Eddie Hearn said no. Yeah? So anywhere else in the world, you pay to use their venues. In Saudi, they pay you a ridiculous amount of money just to be there. So really, on that basis, if the Saudis offered you 5 million to go there, you should be saying, wait there a minute, we're going to have to pay Wembley $1 million. The Saudis are offering us 5 million just to be there. Just on that basis. Any money the Saudi offer you, you should take it. Because it's a cost you would otherwise have. And that's why the numbers are so disparate between any other option and the Saudis. The Saudis is not a business. It's an advertising campaign. They see it as a pure expense, a pure cost. They don't look at the income side of things at all. That's why at Wembley you're going to make a third of what you'll make in Saudi. And that's why it's so mad, because even based on that, Team Fury must know, wait a minute, our next best option is offering us a third of what we're going to make in Saudi. So where are you getting this? Are they trying to shortchange us? And that's why, ultimately, people, it shows Tyson Fury doesn't want this fight. Yes, Tyson Fury, for me, he isn't the smartest tool in the box, but he knows what he's doing. Yeah? I've just explained to you how it makes no sense not to bite the Saudis' ears off. Why is Tyson Fury not biting the Saudis' ears off? Because the fight ain't going to happen. Now, if Fury fights Usyk in Wembley, I'll put my hands up and say, you know what, I was wrong. But I'm absolutely convinced. I'm convinced that if Tyson Fury wouldn't fight for, say, 100 million in Saudi, he ain't fighting for 30, 40, 50 million in Wembley. You understand? It's just not going to happen. No way, Jose. The only possibility, or the only possible way this fight would happen, is if there was some magical place offering more than the Saudis, which doesn't exist. It's Saudis or bust. And with this Team Fury attitude of we're this, we're that, it's turning the Saudis off. Look at how AJ goes there. AJ goes there, he puts his garb on, he puts all his things on, yeah? He goes there doing, that's saying really, with all due respect, yeah? Again, these guys are paying a ridiculous amount of money that makes no sense. Do you understand that? That's why AJ and Eddie Hearn go there with their hat in their hand, because they understand and appreciate what's going on here. Essentially, you're robbing the bank. Albeit they're happy to do so. They're happy for you to rob the bank, but you know what I mean? Yeah, it comes with a level of, what's the word? Servitude. Wait a minute, these guys are paying me an absolutely ridiculous amount of money. Let me act accordingly. Oh, no, not big dog Tyson Fury. Yeah? That turned them off. They want you grovelling. And to be honest with you, it's not even about grovelling. That's how business works. If people are paying you over the odds, they expect a little bit of decorum, a little bit of respect, not to be told, yeah, I want this, we're big Team Fury, get the money out, get your wallet out. Bob Arum was on there the other day. Yeah, the Saudis need to show us the money. There's a film called Show Me the Money. If the Saudis don't show me the money, we go to Wembley. It's like, what? Super weird. It's really quite odd. It's really quite odd. But again, we've seen it with Shelley Finkel. Yeah, here's another one. He played himself with Eddie Hearn. They played themselves out of a $100 million fight to get beat by Pillar Fist for 1/10 of the money. Yeah? Tyson Fury now played, but again, I lied to you. Tyson Fury hasn't played himself. Deontay Wilder well and truly did play himself, but the reason Tyson Fury hasn't played himself is because he doesn't want to fight. Yeah? The reason this is broken down isn't because Tyson Fury is making a bad business move. It's because he doesn't want to fight. Yeah? For this to be a bad business move would be for Tyson Fury to fight Usyk in the UK. At that point, if this fight gets signed yet in the UK, it will be a case of Tyson Fury hasn't ducked, but he's made an awful business choice. He's doing the same fight for half the money. And that's why I tell you, it's not going to happen, people. I'll eat my hat if it happens now. Anyway, John Fury exposing. So now from now on, yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about, well, it might be Usyk and we don't know. And no, we know exactly what's going on. We've heard it from everyone now. We want to split. We're being shortchanged. Team Fury feel as if they've been shortchanged. But what you notice is, these guys, yeah, they never give you no specifics. In that sense. They're not saying, well, we've been shortchanged because of A, B, C, D. It's all just waffle. Oh, they want the biggest size. They want the bigger slice. Wait a minute. We've never heard anyone, Team Usyk, have always said 50%. So there's no bit... and that's the problem with these interviewers. How can you sit there as an interviewer? You've just said Tyson Fury, the bare knuckle guy who fights for pride, who fights for more than money, has just said he's not fighting because people are trying to shaft him and give him the smaller share. Where was the interviewer saying, wait a minute, can you explain what you mean by that? Because from what we understand, Usyk is prepared to split 50-50. So how is Tyson Fury being shafted? Usyk, the man with 3 belts, who beat the more or less lineal champion, he's prepared to fight 50-50 in the first fight. The winner in the rematch gets the bigger share. So how is Tyson Fury being shafted? That's the most basic question. Instead, the interviewer just trying to suck John Fury off some more. Some next big balabus, fluffy hair, fluffy Barnett wannabe. Oh, look at this. Come on now. Yeah, come on now. I don't know why did I expect much? This dude is trying to top John Fury off, no doubt. Anyway, Team Fury, John Fury exposes his son, confirms Fury is scary, dude. Scary looking ass, dude. He ain't want no smoke, not even a little bit of smoke. He just don't want it. Bottom line. That's what this shows. When people stop making sense and they start just waffling, and you know they scary, super scary. Tyson Fury shook to the core. I did a video yesterday and said that, listen, end of the day, people, yeah, Tyson Fury's track record. He ducked Vladimir Klitschko. He ducked AJ. And he ducked Wilder. And the only one of them 3 guys to actually... Oh, well, now he's ducking Usyk. And unfortunately, out of them 4 people, the only one of them 4 to get the fight was Deontay Wilder 3. And why was that? It was legally or judiciarily enforced. Oops. Yeah, Vlad didn't get his rematch. AJ didn't get his fight. Usyk's about not to get his fight, and Wilder only got his because Wilder went to court and had the contract backing him up. Otherwise, that would have been another one on Fury's resume. Meanwhile, I wouldn't mind, I really wouldn't mind if Fury was ducking all these guys, if he was out here getting it how he living. But Wilder would have ducked, Fury would have ducked Wilder in that Wilder 3 to fight the likes of Manuel Charr, Derek Chisora. That's what he's doing. He's ducking Usyk, not to fight... Listen, again, honestly, if Fury ducked Usyk to fight Joe Joyce, I'd say, you know what, man? I'd shrug my shoulders. I'd say, listen, man, Fury out here fighting the ballers. What can we do? But he ain't trying to do that. Fury trying to... You watch. Usyk fight will flop him. How they're going to spin this is... It's all set up perfectly. And I've clocked the other day. I might do a video on it, but I'll give you the leak now. But I've clocked what's going to go on here. I've clocked while. I keep thinking... It's been 3 months now of negotiations. Why haven't Team Fury or Team Usyk just come out and said, that's it, it's over, not happening? Because clearly, they're stuck at a... They can't get past the fact that Fury doesn't want to fight at all. And Usyk isn't prepared to go to 60-40. In a way, it might be worth, at this point, Usyk calling his bluff. Okay, I'll do it at 40%. That's what Usyk might have to do to completely expose that Fury doesn't want to fight. But outside of that, like I said, I keep wondering, if Team Fury wants something they can't get, why haven't Team Fury come out and said, we're moving on? I'll tell you why. Yeah? Team Fury don't want to announce they're moving on in January. Why? Well, that leaves a whole bunch of time for an expected decent fight. Yeah? Why Team Fury? Team Fury know they've got no intention of taking this fight. But what they'll do is, they'll drag this, bear in mind, notice this, peep this game. Team Fury in the last week have slipped out, even if we don't fight Usyk. Or not, sorry, they didn't say that, they said, regardless of what happens, we're fighting on April 29th. Yeah, that there is such an important statement to make. And the context behind it is that if we don't fight Usyk, we're going to be fighting still. Now, that's important because, like I said, Team Fury had no intention of fighting Usyk. So what they're going to do instead is, rather than tell us in December, we ain't fighting Usyk, and that's it, we're moving on. At which point, what do we know? If Tyson Fury had have moved on in December or January, yeah, my doggy Joe Joyce was there, who Fury promised it. They're in the same stable, and I'm sure Joe Joyce would be happy to fight for 25%. Yeah. A whole bag of other dudes were available then. AJ was still knocking around available then. That's no good. What Team Fury are going to do is they're going to drag this out for another few weeks. I mean, what's it now? February. The fight's like 9 weeks away, people. But what they'll do is Team Fury will drag this out for another few weeks. At which point, the April 29th date will be 5-6 weeks away. Then Team Fury will come out and say, it's too late, we've got to move on. Yeah? And then Team Fury will say, well, we told you it was April 29th, he's got to fight April 29th, oh, not enough time to find a big name, boom, Manuel Charr. Do you understand? Yeah, do you get that? Team Fury can't announce Manuel Charr in December for April 29th. Everyone's like, what? That's it. Why are you picking a complete bum for April 29th? What they can do to Joe Public is bring Manuel Charr in 5 weeks before April 29th. Oh, Usyk negotiations broke down. We had no other choice. Sorry, Manuel Charr in there. This is the classic bait and switch. Bait the Usyk drama up. Fell through at last minute. Sorry, people. Bang in Manuel Charr. That's what's coming next. I guarantee it. This whole charade will go on for a little bit longer. And for me, today, Frank Warren confirmed that's what's happening. Ever since Frank Warren met with that guy last week, and Frank Warren said it should get done this week, it didn't get done. Yeah, Team Fury know what they're doing. Team Fury is stringing this along until it gets to that point where it's acceptable now as a late replacement. Do you understand? They can't do it. Well, they could do it. Really, any time from now. Any time 8 weeks on, you can then say, oh, we don't have enough time, but we told you we had to fight April 29th. We told you we had to get out. It's not our fault. It's not our fault the negotiations fell through. We told you we have to fight. Sorry, Manuel Char, get in there. Anyway, I've called it. Manuel Char, them kind of guys. Them bum guys. Complete bums. Manuel Char for sure. That's the name I'm going for. And the whole process will start again then. Yeah? Another 4 months of Fury waffling and then another late minute replacement. The same thing happened with AJ and Fury back in September. Oh, I'll fight AJ in December. Oh, AJ played around. Now I need a late minute replacement. Chisora before the Usyk. Every fight, every bum fight these champions have, before the fight and after, they set it up. They hype you up with one name and they bait and switch you a few weeks out. You best believe it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell 100%.